Greetings, light workers. This is Oya Transformation, and this is your daily Oracle reading for December the 20th, 2020. You ain't getting too much more clear vision than that. The cards have been shuffled and divined, and the message is as follows. The first card that fell from the angel deck is the Three of Thought. It says the angels are around you and surround you to heal you and comfort you. The sadness you feel will fade away in time. And then you'll be able to see clearly how important this situation has been for your spiritual growth. This card asks that we give ourselves time to heal, that we also reach out for the joys in life, that we forgive ourselves and others, and we let go of the past in order to embrace the future. Strong message for strong people, because many of us who are very convicted, we convict ourselves in very aggressive ways, and Lord help the other people. Because if I hold myself accountable to a higher measure, then I'm going to be looking for you to come on up too. But hey, you know the relationships that you have, and it's for us to stand in place and be the sermon we would like to see. Everybody's not interested in coming up. And then you have to love some people from a distance. That doesn't mean you don't show up for them. You recognize even in your showing up how much they are able to do for you. No expectations. When they do, when they don't, what you gonna do? Beat them? How does that make you feel? Or stop showing up for them? How does that make you feel? We moving in this feeling space and time, from one good feeling, hopefully, to the next. We should always be searching for the good. And when we don't find it, or we find something less than it, playing a whole song, y'all, about just how short it fell on your measuring stick leaves me stuck in that space that much longer. The next card that supports that we let things go and that we forgive, and the Three of Thought. Now remember, threes speak to creativity, action and service, and assertiveness. So we can't be doing the stuff that we need to be doing while I'm judging you about why you're not measuring up. I got to forgive you, and I got to keep it moving. The second card asks that we answer the call. The time is now. The waiting is over. Your true, authentic life is happening. That which you've been hoping for. A sign? Well, this is it. We are there. How you going to show up? How you going to show up? You can't move any further until you put that bag of judgment down. I can't move any further until I throw away those words of disappointment about those who don't show up in ways you would rather that they did. They're on their own journey. They got their own thought process. And sometimes we're in alignment and sometimes we're not. And my job is to show up in an authentic way and be grateful when I see you, however I see you. If I say I love you. And if I feel more pain than anything when I see you, it's to see you less. I don't have to go on and on about what you're not doing. I can take my little red wagon, push it and pull it, whatever's easier, and get it out of your way. The second card that supports that we answer the call is reliability. I talked about that. Showing up, standing in the gap for what I think is right. Reliability does not mean I judge you for when you don't show up. It just means I keep showing up and I keep showing up. So when I say I'll do something, I take whatever that something is seriously. That applies for all my commitments, even the little ones that I think that are insignificant. Flaking is no longer a choice. And the final card in this reading that may also be the most important piece of this reading is self-love. Because if I love myself and I say I am thus and so, then I have an obligation to show up to be just that, no matter what else happens. So, you realize that the love of self is necessary to love another. Because where do you draw the lines in the sand if I don't love myself? Then I might fall for any number of nonsensical decisions that have nothing to do with my best choice. Because it's funny how we say when we with our good girlfriends, no is a complete sentence. When I say no, I mean no. And I don't have to blah, blah, blah. Hey, that sounds real good. And as soon as one of your loved ones call you and ask you for something absurd, I'm talking about me, I ball up in my stomach and I start feeling first angry. Well, you can't be angry at them. The responsibility goes back to me. If it is absurd and you believe it is absurd what is being asked of you, you have an obligation. I have an obligation to do right by me. As much as I might want to show up for you when you're asking me for something ridiculous, I'm here to tell you, the more often I say yes when I should say no, the more resentments and anger I harbor. And if I want to be free, that's the first freedom right there. The freedom to be okay to say, nah. And guess what? Don't embellish. The knot in my stomach already tells me I'm spending more time entertaining the absurd than I need to. So a quiet and a simple no, I can't do that. And the more often you practice, the easier it will become. So one day, either people will stop asking you to do ridiculous things because they know it's a ridiculous thing, or it won't bother you anymore. But just like any other new behavior, it takes practice. So if I'm used to people pleasing and showing up because I want people to like me, I want people to love me, I want the people that I love to know I support them, and I continue to answer yes to my no's, I'm going to find myself run down. And then when I lash out, I can't blame anybody but myself for not taking care of me. You know, a number of people have said it is your responsibility to teach people how to love you and not complain about the love you get from them. Give them your best, know the players, and move out of harm's way. That's my message for today. Sunday, December the 20th. Christmas is around the corner. We do the best we can every day to celebrate the Christ light, to celebrate the patterned man. Because no matter what your beliefs are, there is the patterned man or the patterned woman in the world who shows us how to be the most clear representation of spirit, of the universal love that we show up here on this earth plane to personify. So as we go into our individual and collective celebrations about having been given a goal, having been given a model of how to be the best spirit being ever, don't just do it for one day. Let's try to do it. Try putting it on every day and not taking it off. And when you feel like you don't have anything to give, what you do have to give is time to yourself. I'm talking to you because talking to you helps me, because we are one. The messages and lessons are universal. Namaste, be love, be well, and thank you for listening.